Well, if our previous two talks have not instilled a sense of fear and panic, then I'll see what I can do. Coastal Center has been involved in dealing with fragmites since about 2004. This is when we first noticed fragmites getting onto Lake Huron's beaches. That's very unusual because we've never seen this plant on Lake Huron beaches ever before. And so we needed to know what this plant was all about and what we needed to do to try and control it. It was becoming a real issue with local municipalities. Cottagers, obviously, when they come to their cottage in the springtime and early summer and find they can't see the lake because of this 3-meter high plant in front of them. So we undertook sort of a 3-pronged approach. First, we wanted to inventory the Lake Huron coastline and see just where this plant was growing. And we went from Point Clark to about Salt Beach. That was the period of the season when our biologists could get out there and look at this area, and then we sort of ran out of time and money to go any further north. So we did that inventory and found that fragmites was extensive right along the shores of Huron Kinloss, the municipality of Kincardine, and Saugeen Shores, and getting into South Bruce Peninsula. The biologists also sort of prioritized what areas needed to be targeted right off the bat, because one of the keys with fragmites control is early detection and early control. If you can get it right when it's forming small colonies, then you can get at it very quickly and aggressively. Once it gets beyond a certain point, it becomes very challenging and costly to deal with. And so that was our first approach, is to figure out what the extent of this problem was on Lake Huron. The second thing was to begin some public education about this plant. Because people were asking questions about what is this plant, what can we do with it? And so we developed a field guide for the control of fragmites. I brought a few of these with me, so throw on the table over there if you haven't got one already. And it just provides a bit of preliminary information about what the plant is and some control measures that we've tested and used, including the use of herbicide. And where we took a position on the use of herbicide, that if you're going to do that, it had to be in a beach environment, it had to be done in a very strict, environmentally sensitive manner. And so, as Janice was speaking earlier, it needed to be done in the fall under certain conditions. As much as possible, directly on the plant. And so spraying had to be done very carefully if you're going to spray, but we preferred the direct approach of hand wicking or injection. We knew that was going to be going directly to the fragmites and nothing else. We also did some more information over there as well. Fact sheet called Damaging Wheels, which talks about the use of vehicles on beaches. And one of the vectors of the spread of this plant, as Janice mentioned, is the use of vehicles. And so we've seen this in other beaches where ATVs or contractors accessing cottages can actually spread fragmites through their wheels and tracks. So we put together that information sheet to make people aware of what the issues are concerning the use of vehicles on beaches. Unfortunately, at Oliphant, there has been a culture of using vehicles in the coastal wetland and fen area, so that's become problematic from a number of standpoints, including the destruction of species at risk and the fen, physical nature of the fen, and also the spread of Phragmites. So it's a real challenge, but we're going to have to focus in the management plan that we're preparing for Oliphant.